Welcome back, all you big bass lovers. It's Demont coming back at you again. Sorry, it's been a little while since I had a video out. I've been so busy with the house and trying to get stuff right and working on the boat and doing different things. But it's that time of the month again. They got the 6 cents box in. Let's see what we got going on here. If you guys want to, I found these at Tractor Supply. They're called Gallus or Camius or whatever it's called, Camius titanium. These are a really strong, really sharp knife. But be careful with it. They don't care if they're cutting you or they're cutting something else. I found that out the personal way. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. Another black back. This time it doesn't have the kind of, I call it the fake G Loomis logo, like this one here. But let's see what we got going on here. All right, so let's see. Let's start off see if we can start off the hard baits. Maybe. Okay, so first thing we got axle jigs. I really like these swim jigs. They're really good. It's got a 6/0 hook in them. Sometimes it's a little bit big for most of your presentations. Do I have anything here that I can rig up? Let's see here. I was using this just the other day. Let me take it off this Tokyo rig. Give me 1 second here. So I can show you kind of how this thing looks. This is a 3-inch Pit Boss. Just so you can kind of tell about how big this thing is. But these axle jigs, they sell out so fast. The skirt's always rubber banded, so you gotta try to get the rubber band off of them. All right, so you gotta be real careful you don't rip your actual skirt itself. But they have a little spring lock here in them. I've been using them a lot with like 3.8 Keitechs or the Sort. It's really good for like a big bite. But just kind of show you, this hook is way too big for this 3-inch plastic. So you're gonna need a 3.8 to a 4-inch plastic or even a little bigger. But here's the axle part of it. See how it swings on the axle? That gives the fish not as much leverage when you're fighting them to throw your bait. Okay, so let me set that back to the side. And I guess I've made mine all woolly. I don't want to go back in there. It's okay. It's going to get used to pretty soon. I don't know about you guys. I like throwing a swim jig in the fall. I mean, I like throwing almost all the time, but swim jig is one of my go-to kind of baits for I'm trying to find if I'm mainly looking for kicker fish. I mean, you can catch numbers on it, don't get me wrong. But if I'm trying to find kicker fish in the grass, I like going to a swim jig. Okay, we'll set this to the side. Next up, we have a Movement 80 MK, WK Wake. So it dives 0 to 1 foot, 5/8 of an ounce. This color here is called the 4K Bluegill. Try to see if I can get that to, there you go. Then you get a Munch 40, 2.5, 7/16 of an ounce. Black Magic is the color. And these go 2 to 3 feet, I think. Let me show you. Yeah, 2 to 3 feet. They're not a very deep diving crankbait. This kind of reminds me of the Man's Baby 1-, or the Man's Baby 1. The type of bill, everything about it kind of swings along that line. Then you got a Crush 50S Silent, 3/8 of an ounce. I think these go 3 to 5 feet. This color is called Chrome Threadfin. That is a nice color. All right. Next in here, we have a Swank 66X. This is a little smaller Swank. Dies 2 to 5 feet. This is still a ½ ounce. Even though it's smaller bait, it's still a ½ ounce. This color here is called 4K Shad. All right, we got some, oh, they're wacky hooks. These are a size 1. Okay, and we got a clout, the 6.3 clout. This color is called Gill Dust. And this is a bigger stick bait. I've actually been using these a good bit lately. So you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. They're loaded with scent, they're loaded with salt. You mash on them, you start getting salt all over your fingers, you get scent all over your fingers. You can see how greasy my fingers are just from mashing it. That scent's all just kind of pushed into them. It's 6 cents. Their soft plastics are a little firmer than most soft plastics you'll deal with. That's because they kind of load it with salt and they load it with scent. I've had really good success with some of their swim baits, with some of their soft plastics, and not so much with the other ones. Okay, so that's it in the black bag. I think, let me make sure. That's the corner folded. All right. So in my black sack, we had some 6.3 clouts, some wacky hooks, a Swank 66X, a 50R Crush Silent, Movement WK, the Munch 40, and an Axle Jig. I mean, you still get your money's worth. Not one of the most interesting bags we've seen. Well, I take that back. You got an Axle Jig, which is one of the most sought after swim jigs you can get right now. They're almost always out of stock. Not necessarily with the 6/0 hook. That's a little big, but I think they make the hook from 4/0 to 6/0. I'm pretty sure they do. I can't remember off the top of my head now. But yeah, that's a little big. The Munch 40 is a good thing, and also the Swank is really good. And also the clout, the 6.3 clout, if you like a bigger stick worm. That's what she said. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm gonna sign off here. I'm putting a new fish finder mount for my front graphs. I've actually changed a couple of things on my graphs. I'm trying to get that done. I'm doing a couple of little upgrades to the boat. Not expensive upgrades, but upgrades nonetheless. I didn't like how I think that mount I had on there before was a I think it was Bass Boat Technologies, but it was an offset. Excuse me, I got hiccups. And I didn't like how the one graph was in the front and then the other graph was up over to the side over here. That made it very difficult if you want to fish the front nose of the boat, and like getting on and off the steps of the boat. It was almost impossible. But now it's a lot better. It should be a lot better. I can't say it's a lot better yet, but it should be a lot better. All right, guys, so I'm going to sign off. If you got any questions, please feel free to ask them down below. If you got any kind of benefit from this video, give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down if you didn't like it. If you got any questions to ask them down below. I answer everybody's questions. I still got to get there and do the video. I need to we got to compare this guy here, the Hunt House. We're going to find out about how good this is compared to the other. All right, and I got a couple other things I want to compare too, but Especially it's coming that time. I don't know how about you guys, but I like throwing a popper in the fall as well, especially that early part of the fall. I actually like throwing topware almost all fall long. But anyway, I'm gonna try the Megabass, the Pop X versus the AliExpress version of the Pop X, which there's several different names, and I've come since to learn that Temu has a version of it as well. But I don't think the Temu one is as nice as these. I looked at it online. It doesn't remind me as much as the AliExpress versions. All right, guys. It's been Demont. I'll catch you on the next video. Once again, I'm sorry for how long it took to make this one. You know how life catches up to you and time just goes by. I think it was Alan Jackson made that song, Time Marches On. Yeah, it sure does. All right, guys. Till the next time, tight lines.